been nearly a week since Election Day, and over the past several days, we've learned more about the ways most Americans voted.
And most white Americans pulled the lever for now President-elect Donald Trump, while most black Americans voted for Vice President Kamala Harris. We have Miss Hermene Hartman is live with us this morning here on the show, journalist and host of Indigo Studio. Miss Hartman, thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, glad you're here with us. To just dig into what we've seen and heard about since Election Day, Harris received nearly all of the votes from black women, 92%. So the outcome for so many of them, a huge letdown. Where do we go from here, especially that group for black women who came out to vote in strong numbers?
So to me, it was never about who black women were going to vote for. It was always about who were white women going to vote for. And I'll tell you one thing, and this might be very trite to some people, but I think it was major. Kamala should have worn a dress.
Oh,
Kamala
yes.
wore suits. She wore dark suits. Kamala should have worn a dress sometimes. She did not define her politics, and the Democrats did not vote. There are 10 million Democrats that did not go to the polls, and we wonder why. America is a racist society. America is a sexist society. She was both. When Trump went to the Black Media Conference, he raised the question, are you black or are you Indian? That's what he was really saying. She never spoke of her Jamaican father. Wrong. That was part of her definition. Trump played to the core of America's racism, using fear tactics. Archie Bunker was running. John Wayne was running. And Trump had a plan, whether we like it or not. Project 2025 was a plan. We saw no Kamala plan. We saw no Democrats plan. The press is guilty. The press is guilty of allowing Trump to say anything and reporting on it, but not challenging it.
Yeah.
What does he mean when he says, make America great again? When was that era, sir? What do you mean when you say you'll never have to vote again? What does that mean? What kind of society are you going to change us to?
So it sounds...
We reported on all of his antics, the Bible and the Constitution, Trump at McDonald's. And it worked for him, but it did not work for Kamala.
So it sounds I know that the media and journalists were accused of so-called sane-washing Donald Trump. Your points are, certainly well received here. There's a lot of people who agree with you about the underlying racism, sexism, xenophobia in the country as well. But with that, where does the Democratic Party, and especially the black community and brown communities, and politicians, where do they go from here? There's a lot of talk about regrouping. What are your thoughts?
Definitely regrouping is in order, and we've got to get to the common man. I think Senator Bernie Sanders has said it best, and that is we miss the common man. You put the celebrities on stage, and half of us can't even afford the celebrities' tickets. We're not going to the celebrity parties. Where was the bartender? Where was the school teacher? Where was the bus driver? Those are the people that they are missing. The posters missed it. The election was so close, too close to call, blah, blah, blah. Who were they polling? Where was the cab driver?
Because in the end, I mean, not only did he win the popular and the electoral vote, but he also won every single battleground state. Hermene, we could talk to you for hours, I'm sure, but we really do appreciate your time and willingness to join us this morning. And hopefully we can keep touch base with you throughout the next, several years, as well as the Democratic Party certainly regroups.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks again, Hermene Hartman.